In the tide of globalization, high-speed rail is like a golden link that closely connects the world. In recent years, Asian countries such as Laos, Indonesia, and Thailand have actively promoted high-speed rail projects and have made significant progress. Now, Malaysia has also announced the resumption of the $17 billion Singapore-Malaysia high-speed rail project. This news immediately attracted great attention from many railway companies from China, Japan, the United States, and Europe. So, who will be the ultimate winner in this high-speed rail construction competition? Malaysia, the shining pearl in Southeast Asia, attracts more than 20 million people every year with its rich cultural heritage and magnificent natural scenery, bringing billions of dollars in tourism revenue to the country. But in this beautiful land, the backward railway facilities have become a harsh and discordant note. It is understood that the total length of Malaysia's railways reaches 1,811 kilometers, but most of the railway facilities are still heritage from the last century. This resulted in Malaysia's railway maintenance costs reaching over $30 million in 2020. By 2022, this number will exceed $40 million. What's more serious is that due to concerns about the safety of railway facilities, trains cannot run at high speeds, resulting in frequent delays. Imagine that tourists came to this beautiful land with full expectations, but missed many unmissable attractions due to inconvenient transportation. This is undoubtedly a great regret. In order to reverse this situation, Malaysia decided to invest $17 billion in the construction of the Singapore-Malaysia high-speed rail in 2015. As far as I know, the Singapore-Malaysia high-speed rail is 350 kilometers long. The starting point of the line is in Singapore and the end point is Kuala Lumpur, the capital of Malaysia. According to the plan, the Singapore-Malaysia high-speed railway will officially start construction in January 2021 and is expected to be completed and open to traffic in 2026. By then, the journey that originally took 4 to 5 hours will be significantly shortened to only 90 minutes. At the same time, the opening of the Singapore-Malaysia high-speed rail will serve hundreds of thousands of passengers every day and will have a profound impact on the economic development of areas along the line. In addition to economic benefits, the Singapore-Malaysia high-speed rail will also become an important bridge connecting the two countries, promote cultural exchanges, and deepen friendship between the people. Regrettably, in 2018, the Malaysian opposition coalition Alliance of Hope won the lower house of parliament election, and the new Prime Minister Mahathir re-evaluated the high-speed rail project and decided to postpone its implementation. What's even more troublesome is that Malaysia's land system is privately owned. This means that when the government promotes high-speed rail projects, it must conduct complex land negotiations and expropriation with residents along the route. Unfortunately, the Malaysian government's initial estimate of land expropriation price was approximately $700 per acre, but residents demanded a price as high as $3,000. Land acquisition alone has brought billions of dollars in additional expenses to the Singapore-Malaysia high-speed rail, making the financial situation of the project even more severe. Since then, the Singapore-Malaysia high-speed rail project has been on hold and has become one of the most failed large-scale projects in Malaysia. This is indeed regrettable, but we all understand that high-speed rail construction has a significant impact on national development. For example, with the construction of the Jakarta-Bandung high-speed railway in Indonesia, GDP per capita increased from $3,374 to $3,605 in 1 year. Such results inspired Malaysia, and finally on July 13, 2023, Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar announced that the Singapore-Malaysia high-speed rail project would be restarted. Based on the investigation, we learned that the Malaysian government has decided not to continue cooperating with the previous partner. but plans to find a new partner for the Kuala Lumpur high-speed rail project through a tender. This decision was like a blockbuster thrown into the international high-speed rail construction market, which immediately aroused the competitive enthusiasm of various countries. As the global leader in high-speed rail networks, China moved quickly to submit a letter of intent for cooperation. At the same time, other railway industry giants including Japan, the United States, and Europe are also eager to take a chance on the Singapore-Hong Kong high-speed rail project. So, facing so many competitors, what choice will Malaysia make? We all know that China has strong strength in high-speed rail construction. In just a few years, high-speed rail stations have been built one after another, and high-speed rail lines have crisscrossed the country, forming a high-speed rail network covering the entire country. This high efficiency and rapid advancement has amazed the whole world. Not only that, China's high-speed rail projects have repeatedly set construction records. Whether it is bridge construction, tunnel excavation, or line laying, they all demonstrate China's outstanding capabilities in the field of engineering construction. In addition to construction speed, China's high-speed rail also adopts the world's advanced technology and strict quality control standards to ensure the stable operation of the line and the safety of passengers. In March 2023, the two prime ministers of Singapore and Malaysia visited China one after another. They witnessed with their own eyes the tremendous changes in China, especially the improvement of the high-speed rail network, which left a deep impression on them. During the visit, the two prime ministers expressed their admiration for China's high-speed rail technology and hoped that China would participate in the construction of high-speed rail projects in Singapore and Malaysia. In view of China's outstanding performance in the field of high-speed rail, if Singapore and Malaysia decide to let China undertake the construction of the Singapore-Malaysia high-speed rail project, it will undoubtedly be a wise choice. Apart from China, Japan has conquered the global market with its superior performance and excellent safety record since the launch of its impressive Shinkansen high-speed rail in 1964. For example, in the 20th century, Japan's high-speed rail market share was as high as 40%. What's even more commendable is that Japan's high-speed rail safety record is the best in the world, with almost no major accidents. This undoubtedly provides the most reliable protection for passengers. However, on January 12, 2024, when Japan evaluated the Singapore-Malaysia high-speed rail, it believed that relying on private financing may bring higher risks and uncertainties. This not only poses a challenge to the long-term stability of the project, but may also affect the sustainable development of the project. In light of these considerations, Japan ultimately decided to withdraw from the bidding process for the Singapore-Malaysia high-speed rail. Although Japan has withdrawn from the Singapore-Malaysia high-speed rail project, we cannot ignore Germany's leadership in global high-speed rail technology. Germany's ICE high-speed rail series has won wide recognition in the global high-speed rail field with its outstanding performance of a maximum speed of 320 km per hour. This is not only a competition of speed, but also reflects the pursuit of technical precision and stability, demonstrating Germany's outstanding capabilities in the field of high-speed rail technology. At the same time, the United States, as a global economic and technological giant, has demonstrated strong strength and innovation capabilities in many fields. Especially in 2023, the high-speed rail line in Florida, USA, will be successfully opened, marking significant progress in high-speed rail in the United States. But compared with the world's leading high-speed rail technology, U.S. high-speed rail still has a lot of room for improvement. After all, the fastest high-speed rail in the world currently reaches a speed of 350 kilometers per hour, and American high-speed rail needs to continue to catch up with this goal. That's it for today's video, but the discussion on the Singapore-Malaysia high-speed rail project is far from over. Who do you think will win this project? Welcome to leave a message in the comment area to share your views and insights. We will continue to discuss and look forward to the future of this high-speed rail construction.